everyone, I'm Melissa from mylifesmovie.com, or you may recognize me from Instagram, My Life's a Travel Movie. I've gotten a lot of questions on how I edit my photos on Instagram, so today I'm going to show you how I easily do it using an app called Snapseed on my phone. First things first, gadgets I use to get my photos. I have the new GoPro Hero 5, which takes really awesome photos, some of which I don't even need to edit. And then my backup, GoPro Hero 4. You can see my review of both of those on my website under travel gear. And then sometimes I use my phone, but most time GoPro. Anyway, if you don't already have the Snapseed app, go ahead and download it now. Okay, good, now that you have it. Go ahead and open it up. Find a photo that looks like it's going to have some color in it. I'll start with this one. You can already see some of the color, but we want to make it brighter. We want to make them pop, and we want to make the whole thing bright. If you're looking for specifically photos to post on Instagram, bright and colorful photos tend to do better. It's just what people look at. Eye-catching. Shocker. Anyway, so first step, open your photo. Got it? Everyone with me? All right, next you're going to go to this little pencil in the bottom corner, see tools. So the first thing that I do is tune image. And first I increase the brightness, and you'll have to play around with it. Everyone's photo is going to be different, but you want to get it bright enough to where it's not going to look great like this, because this is only the first step, but don't take too much away from the blue sky or any of the colors. Just make sure it's bright enough for the next step. So I'll adjust my brightness. And then next, tiny bit of contrast. What contrast does is it just separates the light from the dark objects. So just a tiny bit. And the next step is the most important and the most fun. Scroll down to saturation. And voila. Your photo now gets so much more colorful. Isn't that pretty? But you want to be careful, because if you do too much saturation, you can start to look orange, and you're not orange, so don't make yourself look orange. So just do about 60 or 50 or 60 saturation, and then we'll get ready for the next step, which is HDR. So click the check box at the bottom, go back into the little pen, and go down to HDR escape. Voila. You're now in HDR. But you want to be careful with HDR. A lot of people tend to over HDR, and I do that a lot when I first started editing my own photos. And it can make the picture look grainy and blurry, as well as, cartoony. If that's your thing, go for it. Some of mine look really cartoony, but I like that, so I'm going to keep doing that. But you can also adjust it to go less HDR. Oops, sorry. I don't know what that is. Reflection. This side's better. Okay, this is hard to do backwards. All right, so, yeah, I'm backwards. Less, more. See the difference? There's also the option to add more brightness while you're on the HDR filter. So if it looks like the HDR made it too dark, you can adjust it and make it brighter or less bright. And again, you can add more color with the saturation. So yeah, also with saturation, at the bottom, oops, so let's save that one, is the option to pick whether you're trying to HDR nature or people. So if your face is in it, don't use nature HDR, or you're going to look like a wrinkly fake cartoon. Yeah. So anyway, for landscapes, choose nature. For your face, use people. You can also filter for fine or strong, but I don't want any of those. So anyway, now my photo looks super bright and stuff, so I'm going to go back down, and next what I use is the details option. It's already pretty detailed, but since it still is a little bit blurry when you use HDR, I like to increase the detail. The structure of everything will pop out, and then scroll up to sharpening, and go ahead and increase that too. That just makes everything more defined. So yeah, that's pretty much it. guess I just did that in less than 5 minutes, so it's not like I spend tons of time editing photos. It's just fun. I enjoy it, and I think it makes my pictures prettier. But do play around with them. There's a lot of other options as well. There's a lot of filters for glamour glow if you like that soft look. Drama makes things darker, grainy. I don't know why anyone would use that. Black and white if you want it. Noir, sometimes that can be cool, I guess. Drama sometimes is cool, and yeah, I'm gonna stick to HDR. So yeah, make sure you do the regular tuning of your image first, then adjust the HDR. Don't HDR overdose yourself, and then play around with the details if you like. Save a copy, and you're done. Please check out my blog if you'd like more travel tips or tips and tricks on photography or travel in general. Thanks!